Welcome back to the Crypto Father channel. I am the Crypto Father, and today is the 2nd of April. Yesterday was my birthday. Only one person wished me a happy birthday on YouTube, so thank you very much. GPhil7990. Today's video I'm gonna go over today's video is gonna be a rough draft of a step-by-step guide on how to get started mining meowcoin on MeowPow. I'm gonna go over just quickly over the details of how the necessities for assembling a rig, and then I'm gonna go over into HiveOS, and I hope that it's going to provide somewhat of a guide for those who are interested in starting and wanting to mine meowcoin on the MeowPow algo, which has been very, very, very profitable over the past couple of weeks compared to what it used to be on Meow and Cowpow and over the past year or however long I've been mining this pup, or kitten, I should say. So there isn't a particular order in which you need to get the equipment, because you will need to get it anyway. And so there is no most important and least important. I guess the most important parts are the GPUs, right? Because you can't really do mining without GPUs. Frames are probably the least important stuff, because I've seen frames of all kinds, shapes, and sizes. You can buy them, you can build them yourself, you can use metal dish racks to use as frames. You hold up your GPUs and assemble everything on those things. So it doesn't really matter what frame you use technically. There is a guide provided, or a list rather, of GPUs provided by the meowcoin community, which includes a lot of different GPUs. And so it depends on your budget. The GPUs that you want to purchase depend on your budget and, your means. But they range from the most recent, I think, 470s. If you scroll through here, 470 Ti Supers by Meowcoin Baker. I think he bought a stash of these, because recently I was looking at them. They're pretty pricey for my budget. But in any case, they go from 4070 Ti Supers all the way down to P104 100s by myself, and even Mana's got a 1080, which I'm not sure which ones. I guess they're about the same. It looks like MeowPow, the hash rate is, yeah, on the P104 100, mine produces 1905, that's on average, and Mana 19, wattage 130 to 110, and so on. So your choice, but there are both NVIDIA's and AMD's, and MeowPow supports both NVIDIA's and AMD's right now. AMD's are better known for, obviously, electricity wattage savages, but your choice on what you choose. So there is this guide, you can follow that. But of course, if you have your own GPUs already, then no problemo. Use the ones that you have. But if you are in the market for purchasing, this list can help you uh, select some GPUs. But from what I gather, the 3070s have been proven to be some of the most efficient cards on the market right now. There is one by Craig D3070 producing 30 mega hash right here. So that's pretty nifty. At 127 watts. That's sweet. So this is pretty much similar to my 2070 with a much lower energy consumption or power wattage consumption. Okay, I'm going to get into the details. So anyway, so you need a GPU. Choose the GPU of your liking. The next thing you will need is obviously a rack. This is what a rack would look like. You can place your GPUs on top of it as such. You can make this thing on your own. I made mine, no problemo. I bought a bunch of aluminum. I think this was like window framing or something. I went to a hardware store and I picked up some window framing massive sticks and I got them cut to shape for me and then just assembled it myself. I also have a video in which I go over how I assembled the whole thing, so that's available on the channel as well. But again, even something like a metal rack will do. If you want to go a bit of a higher route, then you can get yourself a 12 rig GPU box. These things come with everything included. The power supply, the risers, which are another thing that you would need to purchase if you are running the GPUs. But they also come with a price tag. So if you can afford the price tag, I don't know how much they are in the States or in Canada or anywhere else, wherever you may be. Depends on the accessibility. These are pretty cool. They're pretty nifty. And I think for the most part, they work well. For the most part. And there are different varieties. There also, you can buy the motherboards itself without the box. You can purchase a motherboard that has like a 12 or whatever, 11 um, PCIe motherboard alone without the box. So that's also another route. If you choose not to go the box or the massive motherboard route, then you will need some risers. Risers are important because you need to plug your GPUs into the risers, obviously. There are different kinds of risers. These are, I think, the blue ones tend to be the cheaper ones, I think. LED lights, don't know. But some risers come with some risers come with different extensions, different plugins, and it's very important that you understand that some of them have SATA plugins, and I've read time and time again that SATA plugins are not to be used for power supplies because they are highly likely to burn because they simply don't carry enough power through them. They can't handle the power. So PCIe plugins, usually most risers have a 6-pin. I think that's all they have, 6-pin, and those you will probably split out into an 8-pin on the GPU itself. What I do have set up is I use these are I forget what this is called, this plugin, but these have extensions going into SATA. And so that can be used to power the riser. Powering the GPUs, connecting the GPUs to the risers with a SATA cable is a big no-no, but I've connected my power supply with these here using SATA connectors, I think. And it works fine. Yeah, so like these SATA connectors right here. So there's a power and then a connection to SATA. That's a big no-no there. That's what everybody keeps saying. These connectors, I forget the name for these things, but these work. You connect these straight into your power supply somehow. Yeah, I just looked at my rig and SATA is a no-no. Do not use the SATA extensions cords. All the risers usually, I think, come with the SATA connection. For some reason, even though all the YouTube channels and everybody else that's in mining tells me and says on the internet that you shouldn't be using those SATA because they can't handle the power that is fed through the system. This extension here, some power supplies will have cables that have this extension. I forget the name of this sucker. But these are what I use on a couple of my risers, and they are working just fine. But the best solution is your I only use this for convenience sake, just to free up some of the 6-pin plugins on my power supply. The next thing, of course, you need to use is a power supply, and so the more GPUs you have, the better. And it's said that you shouldn't use more than 80% of your power supply to run power into your rig. So figure out how many GPUs you have, and then use the appropriate power supply. Good thing to use is something like the DPS mining DPS power supply. These come in like 1200s. I have one power supply that is 1800. I was lucky to pick it up for very, very cheap, and it's one of these boxed ones. This one is like 2000 watts, so this is pretty cool. Anything where you can where you can add cables and stuff is great, but if you have one with a massive wad of cables coming out, that's also doable. So I would suggest, even for a smaller rig, even if you're planning on having like only 3 or 4 GPUs, I would suggest buy a larger power supply, like 2000 if you're going to go for this one, or if you're going to go for the DPS one, then that's fine. Um, Reason being that it's always better to have more power than not enough power, because that prevents power surges and burning things burning out. But also you might decide further down the line to add a few more GPUs or maybe one more GPU to your rig, and it would suck to have to um, you know also invest in another power supply. It's kind of unnecessary cost, unnecessary additional work that you don't need to do. So get yourself a larger power supply. There is one for, what is it, 2400? Wow, 2400 watts. So there you go, 2000, 2400, and a plethora of cables here. Yeah, there you go. These are the ones that I was mentioning, which name I forget right now, and the 6 pins and all that stuff. So those are the main things that you require in order to start. Get yourself set up with a mining rig, and I'm not gonna go over the details of how to set it up. I think I have another video of I have a tutorial on how I set up my mining rig, but of course there is like a gazillion tutorials on the internet on YouTube. Mind you, they're not very detailed. Some of them are, some of them aren't. I think red mining, rabbit mining, or I don't know, red panda mining has some um, has a tutorial that he spends like the entire thing and goes in details. But even so, I found that I was missing some things. And then the last thing, of course, what you need to do is get yourself some fans. Um, and those fans, how I attach them, I also go over the details in my video. I can't find it right now here in this video, but oh yeah, okay. So I purchased some additional fans, and you have to figure out how to connect them. I'm sure you're a very resourceful person, but if you have questions, then let me know. And but if you have questions, let me know. And you know, fans. You need fans. You can get yourself a bunch of fans, not these ones don't work. But before I had my fans plugged into the rig I was running, I had just a big fan standing next to it and blowing at the whole system. It wasn't the most efficient, but in a pinch, you know, just run a fan, because these things heat up. They heat up like crazy. All right, so this is for the rig parts, the parts of the rig, the most important parts, of course. And then let's go over to the setup for the HiveOS. And I recommend running meowcoin or running any mining rig on HiveOS, because it's very handy and it's very helpful. It's very convenient. It frees up your computer if you can run it. Um, then of course do it. Oh, I forgot to mention another very important part you need is a bloody motherboard and a CPU. So personally, I've acquired the ETH B250, which is an old version of motherboards that we used for mining Ethereum. And it turns out, so I got it used for, I don't know, 40 bucks or something like that. And it's a 12 GPU, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's a 12 GPU motherboard. I use only 11 right now. No, not even 9. I use 9. And the only reason why I don't have any more plugged in is because of my power supply, which is 1800, and right now I'm drawing 1200, so I'm trying to keep it below the 80% ratio. But so you want a motherboard that will allow you to plug in as many GPUs as you are required to do. And you can check out AliExpress or check out whatever shop you use. There are presently AliExpress is like these dual CPU ones, and yeah, for the CPU, you don't need a fancy CPU. You need like I think I'm running on a Celeron, and so that's all enough. You need the bare minimum to get yourself going. Unless, of course, you want to be doing CPU mining as well, which you could also do. So then, if you want to have a fancier CPU, then you can plug that in and do both CPU and GPU mining on that rig. But I think if you are keen on doing CPU mining, then it's better to set yourself up with an additional CPU miner. But I know people do it. So yeah, for the CPU, you only need a bare minimum Celeron, $40 Celeron, and that'll do the trick. But if you want to upgrade, if you want to have something fancier, don't spend thousands of dollars on a massive, you know, fancy CPU, because that's just a waste. But yeah. All right, for the miners in HiveOS, I just asked. There's SRB and TT miner, and of course the MeowPow miner. If you want to run a custom miner, I'm not sure exactly what's meant by that, but SRB miner and TT miner are the two ones that are supporting MeowPow right now. I personally am running an SRB miner custom because you have to set it up on custom. And so let me take you into the steps of setting it up. So basically, when you are in Hive and you're setting up a flight sheet, actually, let's go to flight sheets and I'll see if I can set up a new flight sheet. So when you are on Hive and you want to set up, you're going to have to go to flight sheets here. Um, if you don't have a HiveOS account, then you need to set it up. And again, there are plenty of videos on how to set it up. I think I may have one, I'm not sure. But there are a couple of good videos on YouTube that show you how to set up HiveOS, and so I strongly suggest that you do it because it's pretty nifty. It's a very cool setup. So once you have set it up, and you've got your rig set up, and you've got you're logged in, then you go to the flight sheets and you will choose your meowcoin coin, which is the meowcoin coin that you're gonna mine. And then you have to set up your wallets. For the wallets, you need to set up wallets before you start setting up your flight sheet. And so for that purpose, just go to the your mining rig page. I created two mining rigs. I don't even know. This is Zeph miner. I was trying to make one and I never actually mined Zephyr. And I don't know how to get rid of it. But in any case, this is the section where you create your wallets, and you can you have to add a new wallet. I've got a bunch of wallets. You do your thing. Wallet, here's add a new wallet, and you basically choose the coin that you want to add the wallet for. In this case, that would be meowcoin, and then you choose the address, whatever address you can. I suggest you to mine into your core wallet. So if you have your core meowcoin core wallet, you would plunk that in here, and then you choose the name, whatever it is, meowcoin core. That'll work. This you can leave empty, and then you simply create. Of course, it doesn't work right now because you need to add the address. So once you add the address, the create button activates, and you create, and it's done. And then you've got your wallet created. And then you would simply go and choose right here. Your wallets pop up here. You've got meowcoin wallet and test net meowcoin. That's what I was using in the past. um, but for a new one, you would add it here. If you have it already set up, if you have the wallet set up, and it will pop up here when you choose the coin and you have the appropriate wallet set up for that coin. It'll pop up right here. You can also add a wallet here, and go through the same steps basically. Then the next thing you need to choose is choose your pool, and my pool of choice is coin miners. They've been very helpful with the community. Craig, the owner of coin miners, is right now working on the development of a Electrum wallet for meowcoin, so we should soon see a mobile version of a meowcoin wallet. So support the team that is actually helping the meowcoin. I see on pull stats that for some strange reason Wooly Pulley was back up above, but so coin miners remains below everybody else for whatever reason. Everybody seems to be flocking to our plans and Wooly Pulley, and so it's time to get coin miners the limelight. So I choose coin miners, and that's where I go. And then you have to choose the The miner, and from what I understand, SRB miner and TT miner are the ones that are currently supporting MeowPow. Then there's also custom miner. For custom miner, you would have to go and I just clicked the button so it popped out. But there's a limited number of miners that is available here in the drop-down menu, and you just have to click show more, and then you get scroll down to see custom. That's who you plug in. I guess I've never tried SRB miner, to be honest with you. I thought I was running on SRB miner. I am running a SRB miner. And yeah, okay, miner name SRB, because this was, I guess, I think initially the SRB miner was the only miner that was running that had it set up. And you can get your extension here, the installation URL from GitHub. I will post all of this in the description below the video so you can get it up. Hash algorithm, it says CowPow, but it isn't CowPow because CowPow doesn't exist. But it was the only one that's that popped up. There's no MeowPow here. Oh, there's MeowPow. Hot diggity, MeowPow. All right, there's MeowPow. Right on. So there's MeowPow. I'm afraid to change it now because it's gonna, I don't know. Okay. And then worker wallet and worker template. That's all here available. You just choose the first one here, and then pull stratum. The pull stratum is important. So if you choose coin miners, solo mining is 3546. Pool mining is 3346. And I've been mining solo on mine small rig because, like I said, it's been very profitable. And then there are some dependencies that you need to add over here at the bottom, and these I will also include, and you need to make sure that you have your pool stratum selected as well, and it's set to the same pool stratum. And I will include this as well below the video so you can run that as well. So I guess this is the custom miner. I don't want to mess around with it. MeowPow. Didn't matter. Didn't really matter. It's doing its thing, so whatever. I think this is just a name, a label. But so you should be able to set it up with TT miner and SRB miner. Interesting. MeowPow. So the thing with SRB miner is it allows for dual mining, which is what I wanted to do. And I didn't realize that it's that's something else. Okay, so you can set it up on SRB miner right now. So that's cool. And I guess also you should be able to set it up on TT miner as well. TT miner. Yeah, also support. Oh, that's his wallet. Where is it? Miner. MeowPow. MeowPow. Yeah, it also supports MeowPow. Okay, so both of these TT miner and SRB miner support MeowPow. I have it set on custom. My setup is a custom setup. Let's refresh this. So I'm still pulling the stratum of GitHub of so I'm running the it says CowPow. It is MeowPow because that's what it's using. But it's a custom miner, the original version, I guess. And so I'll put the dependencies here, but you can set it up now easily using SRB miner or ET miner. Okay, right here. So if you go into the miner setup mining rig, you get a limited number of miners, and you just have to click show all to extend. But I mean, the TT miner and SRB miner are already here. But if you wanted to do the custom miner, you have to click extend, and you scroll down to C for custom, and that's where you would set up the custom miner. So I'm going to add in the dependencies for the custom miner because those are a little bit trickier to get. If you go with the CC miner, or sorry, with the SRB miner or with the TT miner, the setup should be a lot smoother. a lot easier to follow. So that's it. That's it. And then you are ready to go. And then you just need to fiddle around with your tuning, which I've already provided a video on how to set up your clocking, and you will have to figure that out for yourself, because most clocks, GPUs work differently. But there's also the flight sheet, or not the flight sheet, the Google Doc here that provides some data. It's got, I think, yeah, GPU settings. Yeah, it does have GPU settings right here. Clock voltage settings, not automatic. So it's all here. And that's how you start mining meowcoin. And once you are, the rewards are pretty good on. Right now, there's an announcement on coin miners. Port change after meowcoin algo change to MeowPow. After meowcoin algo change to MeowPow, the port for mining will change to the following: 3346 and 3354 solo for GPU miners, and 3446 pool and 3646 solo for SSL GPU miners. And 3746 pool and 3846 solo for cloud hashing miners. So it's all here. I am right now on GPU miners. So there you have it. And right now, look at these blocks being pounded out on MeowPow. Fantastic stuff. Lots of blocks. Lots of hash. Total hash right now is 11.414 gigahash. I think it's overall. What is it at 40? Yeah, 40 gigahash on the network. 53 out of 87 miners, or 87 miners, 53 workers, 53 miners, 87 workers. $160 megahash. Somebody's drumming out 1 gigahash. Holy macaroni. The miner fees on coin miners are pretty low. It's only 1%. Minimum payout is 1%. You can adjust that as well. So. All right, that's it. That's it for this video. I gotta edit this sucker. I don't have any time. So I hope this is helpful. Make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. If you do have any questions, and if you're still a little bit confused about how to set up meowcoin mining on MeowPow, then please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, smash the likes, subscribe, share with everybody else, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.